May we request everyone to find your seats, but please remain standing. Please find your seats, but please remain standing. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very glad to officially launch the DFA's Lupang Hinirang video to be accompanied by the DLSU Chorale. Please remain standing for the chants of the Dumagat community after the Lupang Hinirang video. Thank you very much.
Magulin lang kitam di ay tape sa lubeyanok di ay nung lingkuyong-kuyuan.
Maman kita ne kuwane di ba kamu pematanan agimong aran lumalakad di ba kamu tadi maman kita tangan buat kamu namalat di kamu pakibityag dia pala di niya ayo tangan tuwat kita sama-sama mag taguyod ne nakaunlad, nakatabiang dia. Di mga yun tamal pala dia agta. Diyo dia. Isabaw ni Putokoy. Diyo kitawag ta dia maman kita. Lumalakad, gawat di kami, pebet-ebet ya. Kami pebet-ebetian agtay dia de pangalagyan kalekasan ni bokodi ka yo pa yadi ni agtay dia pa pakapiyayu pamamalakad dia ni DFA agina dia tabiang ni makukagta pakapiyayu pangalagya yu dia ayay dia tangan mapapakapilya dia ini dia kaya di nakatabiang ni hangayo dia mangayong tama pesan mangayong pesan amasan dia kakuka na bukod abiyan siya nakatabiang yun buat yupa pamalote buat aja aran lumalakad agimong tumatanan buat yupa pamalote buat aja
Insinalidumay, insinalidumay, salidumay, insinalidumay, insinalidumay, salidumay,
We would like to extend our gratitude to the Agta Dumagat indigenous community from General Nakar, Quezon Province. Maraming salamat po. They blessed the BAM through a ritual called Ngayenge. It is a prayer done by the community to channel abundance, good omen, and success in any activity that they do. It is also a prayer of gratitude, thanking the great God who created all things, from whom they call as Makidepet. They believe that there are spirits that take care of all things created by God.
That's beautiful, Nat. And we have also just been serenaded by the De La Salle University Chorale. The group was recently hailed as the 2023 Grand Prix champion at the Busan Choral Festival and competition held in South Korea last October. A round of applause, please. The song that they just performed is their rendition of Vochong, a song that originated in Kalinga, which forges peace among various cultural groups in the Cordillera. Vochong is also about ensuring peace and establishing alliances.
Now we'd like to invite Assistant Secretary of AWAMS, Mr. Patrick John U. Helado, to give the welcome remarks for today's event. A round of applause, please.
Very good. DFA Secretary Enrique A. Manalo, Undersecretary Wilford Wong of the Department of Budget and Management, Mr. Peter Pardo, Chief of Staff and Representative of the Honorable Imelda Calixto Rubiano, Mayor of the City of Pasay, our beloved DFA Undersecretaries and Assistant Secretaries, esteemed colleagues, honored guests, fellow workers in government, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and welcome to our simple ceremony marking the reopening of the DFA's auditorium, the Bulwagang Apolinario Mabini. We are most grateful, particularly to our distinguished guests, for taking the time this afternoon despite the holiday rush and the busy year-end schedules. We're happy that you can join us in marking this important milestone for our beloved DFA headquarters. Thank you too to our performers from De La Salle University and our Dumagat friends for helping us celebrate this occasion, and to our Office of Public and Cultural Diplomacy for organizing our programs and for agreeing to launch our DFA Lupang Hinirang video on this occasion. Friends, we started our renovation works for the DFA auditorium back in February of this year, after we had received final approval from the Secretary to go ahead with the plans to retrofit the entire building. Now, Philippine Ambassador to Singapore, Medardo G. Macaraig. Over the past 11 months, through our partnership with our contractor, VB Columna, whose senior executives are also with us today, we have undertaken what I believe is the first ever total renovation of this esteemed hall in its 50-year history. The work we have done includes the replacement of the entire roofing system of the auditorium, the replacement of its concrete walls to acoustic fabric walls, and the rehabilitation of the iconic Oculus design. We have also updated the venue by installing 2 new LED walls, a dedicated audiovisual booth, and its own centralized air conditioning system separate from that of the building. For over half a century, this venerable space has served as a silent witness to history, first as auditorium of the Asian Development Bank, then that of the DFA beginning in the 1990s, hosting countless pivotal moments that shaped the tapestry of our international relations. Today, we unveil its full rehabilitation, hopefully marking a new chapter in the legacy of this institution. Again, we extend our gratitude to the government units and agencies and partners that have helped us realize this important milestone. To the City of Pasay, under the leadership of Mayor Emmy Rubiano, and our friends at the City Assessors and City Engineers Office and Barangay 13, led by its chair, Eduardo Cruz. For the DBM, represented here by Undersecretary Wong, for believing in our vision to retrofit our historic headquarters, and for constantly supporting us in this endeavor while reminding us of the prudent stewardship of government's fiscal resources. For our friends at the DPWH Project Management Office, who have also supported us in the approval processes, and our consultants from Palafox Associates, who have provided us with valuable advice and technical assistance throughout the project. And finally, I wish to give credit to our dedicated in-house personnel from the Engineering and Maintenance Division at UAMS, led by Director Gino Mariano, for your ingenuity, resourcefulness, and unwavering dedication to ensure the smooth execution of this major project from inception to completion. Thank you very much. For almost a year, we at the DFA had to live without our auditorium. Many of our colleagues, and particularly our offices, missed having this venue to hold their important events and activities. After more than 320 days, we finally have our auditorium back, and in the best shape it has been for many, many years. Again, thank you for joining us this afternoon. At this juncture, it is my great honor to introduce our beloved Secretary, under whose leadership we are finally able to embark on our retrofitting journey for the DFA. Distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Enrique A. Manalo, Secretary for Foreign Affairs.
But you can stand if you wish. All right. But anyway, good afternoon, and thank you, Asik Patrick. At the outset, I wish to acknowledge Mr. Peter Eric Pardo, the Chief of Staff of the Pasay Mayor's Office, the Honorable Undersecretary Wilford Wong of the Department of Budget and Management, Architect Pilino Palafox Jr., honored guests from our fellow government agencies, from the DBM, Department of Public Works and Highways, and the Pasay City Government, undersecretaries of the Department of Foreign Affairs, esteemed colleagues from the Department of Foreign Affairs, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the DFA, I wish to convey my appreciation for your presence in today's momentous occasion. the reopening of the Bulwagang Apolinario Mabini, also known as the DFA Auditorium. I can remember that day back in 1991 when the DFA first moved into this building, then known as the Asian Development Bank Building, or ADB building. And I was actually one of those involved in participating in the DFA's transfer to this building. And it's worth noting that this entire building, including the auditorium, was a product of the collective genius of architect Crescencio C.C. De Castro and interior designer Lor Calma. The DFA inherited a work of art. This is a cultural heritage, an iconic example of brutalist architecture. In front of us, we are looking at a Japanese cultural masterpiece, a hand-woven gold thread Tsuzuri Ori tapestry, meticulously created by artisans of Kyoto's Koshima textile mills. Sadly, through the years we have seen our home deteriorate every day as we come to work, and we are reminded of the need to have this building restored to reflect the dignity and the prestige of the Philippine Foreign Service. Finally, we have embarked on that path, starting with the restoration of the Bulwagang Apolinario Mabini, which we are reopening today. And in this regard, I would like to commend the efforts of the Office of the Undersecretary for Administration, Undersecretary Antonio Morales, and the Office of Asset Management and Support Services, or OAMS, for leading the way in making this restoration project come to fruition. I also wish to commend the Office of Public and Cultural Diplomacy, OPCD, for organizing today's commemorative event. As I mentioned earlier, this is just the first step towards our goal of retrofitting this edifice, and our objective is to achieve synergy between conserving our heritage and having a sustainable and green workplace befitting the country's premier government agency. And to help us achieve that dream, we have requested another illustrious architect in the person of Mr. Felino Palafox Jr. of Palafox Associates to be our architectural and engineering consultant for the retrofitting project. And I'm proud to announce that the DFA building retrofitting project will be commencing next year. Since 2012, we have been planning for this eventuality. We have been steadfast in our goal, and finally, we are on the verge of achieving, or at least beginning, our dream. And I wish to emphasize that we would not have been able to achieve this without the kind assistance of our fellow government agencies that are represented here today, the DBM, DPWH, and the Pasay City government, all of which have contributed immensely towards the implementation of this project. The Bulwagang Apolinario Mabini has been a source of pride to everyone at the DFA. It has been the venue for both celebratory and solemn occasions for many years. And we look forward to holding more events in this hallowed hall for years to come. I would like to congratulate once again everyone who has contributed to the restoration of this auditorium and convey my deep appreciation to our special guests for joining us in the event. And again, to thank everyone in the DFA for your full support and cooperation in bringing today's event to fruition. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Secretary Manalo. Now we'd like to request Secretary to please stay on the stage. Let's have our special guests from the DBM Undersecretary, Mr. Wilford Wong, Mr. Peter Pardo of the Pasay LGU, Mr. Felino Palafox Jr., our friends from VB Columna, our friends from the Pasay City LGU, the DPWH and the DBM, as well as the DFA undersecretaries and assistant secretaries. Please find your way up the stage. Let's have a photo.
Thank you very much. We'd like to request the SFA to remain on stage and invite the Engineering and Maintenance Division of OWAMS and ASEC Patrick Hilado for another photo.
OWAMS Engineering, please find your way up the stage. This is your chance to have that photo with SFA.
Thank you very much.
Nat, it looks like we're in for another treat.
Are we all excited to hear another song from the DLSU Chorale?
Yes.
All right, to seal this historic afternoon, let us once again welcome the DLSU Chorale for their finale song, Tagumpay Nating Lahat, originally composed by Gary Granada, which captured the Filipino spirits of unity and the true essence of democracy. A round of applause, please.
Sama-sama nating abutin pinakamatayong na bituin. Hangad ko'y tagumpay natin. Ako ay may isang munting pangarap sa aking dakilang lupain. At sasama-sama nating pagsisikap, sama-sama rin mararating. sama-sama nating abutin pinakamatayog na bituin. Hangad ko'y tagumpay nating lahat. Hangad ko'y tagumpay nating tagumpay nating lahat.
Thank you very much to the DLSU Chorale. Now we understand why you won the Grand Prix. On that wonderful note, everyone, we thank all of you for joining us in the reopening of the BAM. And we now would like to invite you to the lobby to enjoy some refreshments. Now, just a reminder, please, food and beverages are not allowed inside the BAM. Thank you, everyone.
Ay, di nagagamit.
Hey.
Hello, mic test.
Sound check. Sound check.
Check, check.
Sound check. Hey. Hey, hey, hello. Sound check.
Check, check. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and guests, both here at the DFA home office and to those who are joining us online from the various consular offices and foreign service posts. To kickstart our festivities, we are pleased to welcome back on stage the 2023 Grand Prix champion of the Busan Chorale Festival and Competition, which was held in the Republic of Korea in October 2023. A round of applause, please, for the De La Salle University Chorale. They will be performing Ili Ili Tulog Anay, their winning repertoire at the Busan Chorale Festival and Competition, followed by a Pasko a cappella melody. Thank you.
Sa may bahay ang aming bati, Merry Christmas na mamwalhati. Ang pag-ibig pag siyang naghari, araw-araw ay magiging Pasko lagi.
Ang sanhi po ng pagbarito, hihingi po ng aginaldo. Kung sakali kami perwisyo, pasensya na kayo, kami namamasko. Namamasko, namamasko, namamasko. Namamasko, 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 namamasko. Namamasko, namamasko, Pasko, 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 Pasko.
Na naman kay huli ng araw, Paskong nagdaan, tila ba kung kailan lang. Ngayon ay Pasko, dapat pasalamatan. Ngayon ay Pasko, tayo ay mag-awit. Pasko, Pasko, Pasko na naman muli, tanging araw nating pinakamimiti. Pasko, Pasko, Pasko na naman muli, ang pag-ibig naghahari.
Tayo ay magsihawi ng magagandang himig, dahil sa Diyos ay pag-ibig, nang si Kristo'y isilang, may tatlong haring nagsidalang, at ang bawat isa ay nagsipaghandog ng tanging alay. Bagong taon ay may bagong buhay, nang ligaya ang ating bayan. Tayo magsigaw upang mapagtanagin ang kasagaran.
Ito na naman yung ganitong panahon, kundi kalendaryo ay maalat na hamon. Wala na bang iba, fruitcake na luma? Wala nang hihigit pa sa saya na. Pasko, Pasko, Pasko na naman muli, tanging araw nating pinakamimiti. Pasko, Pasko, Pasko na naman muli, ang pag-ibig naghahari. Pasko, Pasko, maligayang Pasko!
Thank you very much to the DLSU Chorale for that wonderful performance. A pleasant afternoon once again to everyone, and welcome to the Department of Foreign Affairs year-end celebration. To formally open our program, may we now invite on stage Undersecretary Maria Teresa P. Lazaro to deliver her welcome remarks. A round of applause, please.
The Honorable Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Enrique Manalo, he will deliver his speech later on via video message. Okay, Undersecretary. Undersecretary Charles Jose, he's the only undersecretary here. Anyway, fellow assistant secretaries, colleagues in government, good afternoon. It is indeed a great pleasure to welcome all of you to this afternoon's fellowship among the members of the DFA family as we gather for our year-end celebration at this renovated and refurbished Bulwagang Apolinario Mabini, which we call BAM for short. I would like to commend the team headed by Assistant Secretary Patrick Hilado working on this retrofitting. Palakpakan po natin. Working on this retrofitting project of this 50-year-old building for the work that has been done so far in helping to improve our working conditions. I'm hopeful that by the time retrofitting would have been completed in a few years, this will truly have world-class facilities to aid us in serving our country and people better. 2023 has proven to be yet another eventful and active year in the conduct of our foreign policy. We have seen many countries increase their interest and engagement with the Philippines through the bustle of bilateral, regional, and multilateral meetings. We have also had to continue to provide critical and timely consular assistance to overseas Filipinos who were caught in challenging circumstances, including difficult conflict situations. It is therefore fitting that we commemorate the achievements we have made throughout the year through this simple but meaningful fellowship and celebration that we shall partake today. I understand that there are a number of prizes which will be given away, and the light up of the DFA building will take place later on. Mindful of the opportunities for growth and improvement in the coming year, I am sure that the Department of Foreign Affairs will continue to work hard in upholding the interests of the Filipino here and abroad with dedication and distinction. May the grace of this season of salvation and thanksgiving continue to bless our families, friends, and colleagues. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Undersecretary Lazaro. And now, to deliver his Christmas message, let us please give a round of applause for the Secretary for Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Enrique A. Manalo.
Undersecretaries, Assistant Secretaries, colleagues, and guests, a good afternoon to all. It gives me great pleasure to address all of you, the men and women of the Department of Foreign Affairs, my fellow public servants, and members of the DFA family. We close the year in the Bulwagang Apolinario Mabini, that we fondly call the BAM, which we missed during the 333 days of renovation. Named after the country's first Secretary of Foreign Affairs, this grand hall has long stood as a witness to the history, milestones, and achievements of the DFA family since 1991. Today, on its reopening, it stands witness again to our camaraderie and fellowship as we celebrate the end of a milestone year for DFA, the 125th year since our foundation at the birth of our republic in 1898. 2023 was a year of meaningful accomplishments, one that saw the department on top of its game across the three pillars of foreign policy and as a steward and vanguard of the interests of the First Asian Republic. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. himself led the charge of Philippine diplomacy, including with his successful bilateral and multilateral engagements throughout the year, through visits to China, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Switzerland, the United Kingdom, and the United States. I had a total of 65 bilateral meetings with my counterparts in 2023, There were 45 political consultations at the level of Undersecretary Tess Lazaro, and many more thematic meetings and events and visits with our undersecretaries and assistant secretaries in the lead. Each was a platform to advance our multifaceted relations and the advocacies we espouse at the regional and global stage. I'm inspired by the professionalism, integrity, and competence of the DFA in leading the response to get Filipinos to places of safety after the outbreaks of conflicts and in assisting Filipinos abroad, even as we transition with the full operations of the Department of Migrant Workers. I was there to personally welcome fellow Filipinos and their families from the Sudan in April and from Gaza in November. And I thank Undersecretary Ed De Vega, OMEA, the ambassadors in the Middle East, and their teams who have manifested the spirit of sacrifice, bayanihan, and service as we repatriated over 5,000 overseas Filipinos from January to November, including 478 overseas Filipinos affected by the Israel-Gaza conflict. Our work has been about assistance, but also empowerment of the OFWs. DFA provided welfare assistance to over 7,000 overseas Filipinos and various capacity building interventions to more than 27,000 overseas Filipinos. As the DFA showed institutional agility and resilience in these sensitive operations, we did so also as we ensured continuity in our operations in the Home Office throughout the phases of infrastructure upgrades in this building. And I wish to congratulate Undersecretary of Administration, Yusek Antonio Morales, OAMS, BAC, and the OFMS for leading and supporting us through these disruptions in our aim to enhance and upgrade our workspaces. The department highly appreciates your hard work, has been to secure budget and initiate early procurement processes with respect to the retrofitting of this building and our temporary quarters for the next 3 years. I speak for the entire DFA family in thanking you for realizing these long-standing plans for a building representative of the DFA's importance, and which the DFA personnel truly deserve. The improvement of the consular front lines should be in the next horizon. Related to this, let me highlight that DFA now has a total number of 37 consular offices, with the opening of the office in Pagadian City, Zamboanga del Sur in June. From January to November, DFA issued over 3 million passports from January to November, close to 200,000 visas to foreign nationals, and more than 500,000 apostille certificates, and processed over 60,000 civil registry documents. Through a deliberative process, we set to provide system-wide support to the Office of Consular Affairs, using inputs from the Internal Audit Service and led by the Undersecretary for Civilian Security and Consular Affairs, Yusek Gary Jesus Domingo. We have rolled out focused and practical reforms to deliver the best possible service to the Filipino public. This includes a shorter turnaround time for the passports that we announced in July. We have received exemplary citation from the Anti-Red Tape Authority for these and other improvements in delivering public services. The Office of the Undersecretary for Multilateral Affairs and International Economic Relations, through Yusek Charles Jose and his predecessor Yusek Carlos Soreta, has elevated Philippine representation in regional and international bodies through negotiations in the IPEF, WTO, and APEC, as well as to strengthen our presence and voice in international meetings in the UN context and solidify Philippine credentials as a responsible and engaged global actor. Dear colleagues, in the Philippines and in all foreign service posts, every success of every office this year, from the DFA main office to the consular offices to our 94 foreign service posts, is an achievement that the entire DFA family should be proud to embrace and celebrate. As we take stock of our accomplishments as the premier department of the Philippines and look forward to the coming year, let us all be architects of positive and meaningful change, building a future with a solid foundation that reflect the very best of the DFA and its legacies to the Republic and the Filipino people. Thank you, and I wish you all and your loved ones peace, joy, and love this holiday season. Maligayang Pasko at manigong bagong taon. Mabuhay!
Please note that several winners have already been drawn by the ad hoc committee on the 2023 DFA year-end celebration. The names of these winners will now be flashed on screen. The following winners have been drawn by the committee as well as our assistant secretaries. There are 60 winners of 5,000 pesos each, 10 winners of 10,000 pesos each, and 43 winners of special prizes. Please also note that those drawn in the foregoing prizes will be omitted for the major prizes. The winners of cash prizes may email their bank details to the following email address: 2023 year-end celebration at dfa.gov.ph, while the winners of special prizes may claim theirs at the office of the Undersecretary for Administration located at the 12th floor of the DFA main building. Thank you. The names of the winners will be flashed again on screen in case you didn't catch your name. And a gentle reminder that the special prizes may be claimed at the UA office at the 12th floor of the DFA main building. Thank you. Congratulations to all our winners and Merry Christmas. Congratulations once again to our winners of the special prizes who may claim their items at the OUA office at the 12th floor of the DFA main office. And now for the winners of our cash prizes, who were drawn by the committee as well as our assistant secretaries. The lucky winners of 5,000 pesos each are now being flashed on screen. Congratulations. Our lucky winners of 10,000 pesos each. Congratulations to our winners of the cash prizes. Again, the winners of the cash prizes may email their bank details to 2023 year-end celebration at dfa.gov.ph. Now, if you didn't see your name, please don't worry because you still have a chance to be drawn for one of the major prizes. At this point, we would like to invite Undersecretary Charles Jose to draw the names of the 5 lucky winners. Undersecretary Jose will be drawing the names of 5 lucky winners of 25,000 pesos each. Good evening, Undersecretary. May we request everyone to please keep your voices down as we will now be starting with the draw of the first name of the 5 winners of the 25,000 pesos each prize. Yes, thank you. Yusek, on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! Congratulations, Mr. Romeo Gaon Jr. And now for our second winner, Yusek, on the count of 3. Congratulations, Mr. Randy Parado. Now for a third winner. Mr. Mark Angelo A. Castro. Fourth winner, Ms. Rowena D. Pexon. Ms. Rachel P. Dadula. Congratulations to all our winners. Thank you very much, Yusek. Happy holidays to all our winners. And now, may we please invite Undersecretary Lazaro to draw the names of the 3 winners of 50,000 pesos each. Okay, on the count of, yes ma'am, 3 winners. Yes ma'am. On the count of 3, 3, 2, 1. Mr. Francis Dominique Q. Palencia, congratulations. For a second winner, congratulations, Mr. Francisco Magto. And our last winner, Mr. Ruel Gunabe. Congratulations. And for the grand prize, may we again invite Undersecretary Lazaro to draw the name of our lucky winner, one lucky winner of 100,000 pesos. Three, 2, 1, go! Congratulations. Congratulations, Assistant Secretary Servigon, and to all our winners. And thank you very much, Undersecretary Lazaro and Undersecretary Jose. Congratulations again and happy holidays. At this juncture, we would like to take a moment to recognize and extend our appreciation to our sponsors for today's celebration. The Ad Hoc Committee on the 2023 DFA Year-End Celebration wishes to thank Secretary Enrique A. Manalo, the DFA Multipurpose Cooperative, as well as our colleagues in the Foreign Service Posts and the Home Office for their generosity. For a complete list of our sponsors for tonight's celebration, their names will be flashed on screen. Thank you. Again, the committee would like to thank its sponsors for today's celebration. Secretary Enrique A. Manalo and the DFA Multipurpose Cooperative, our colleagues in the Foreign Service Posts and the Home Office for their generosity. We would also like to thank the FAMC for its generous assistance in the lighting up of the DFA main building later this evening. Thank you very much. And now for our sponsors, which the complete list will be flashed on screen. Once again, colleagues. To proceed with our program, we would like to invite on stage Assistant Secretary Christopher B. Montero to deliver his closing remarks. ASEC.
I shouldn't be the one to deliver the closing remarks. It should be the grand prize winner, who is the father of HRMO, ASEC Noel Servigon. But congratulations, sir. Honorable Undersecretaries and Assistant Secretaries, colleagues in the department, good afternoon. Before we officially close this festive gathering, on behalf of the 3,701 personnel in the Home Office, Consular Offices, and Foreign Service Posts, HRMO would like to add its voice of felicitations to the DFA Properties Committee, particularly to UAMS, ASEC Patrick Hilado, for a most wonderful year-end gift of reopening this magnificent and historic venue. And ASEC Patrick, it is our earnest hope that today's grand reopening will not be followed immediately by a grand reclosing before we move to our temporary headquarters in the next few months. No? Our most sincere appreciation and congratulations go to the members of the organizing committee led by the Office of the Undersecretary for Administration, and of course to our performers, the DLSU Chorale, for making this year-end gathering a successful and memorable one. I also extend my heartfelt congratulations to our raffle winners today. More importantly, thank you to our colleagues, particularly those stationed outside the Philippines, for their generosity, and we look forward to that same, if not a higher level of utmost generosity in the new year, Lunar New Year, Valentine's Day, including but not limited to all major holidays in 2024. And before I conclude, let me just remind all the heads of offices that we made a commitment today to feed and provide refreshments to our respective personnel. So I hope that you don't renege on this obligation, especially for those of us who did not win any raffle prize and will be going home empty-handed. At the very least, please do not let our people go home with an empty stomach. And I understand reimbursement will be charged against OSEC funds. No? So just bear that in mind. So in closing, and on behalf of the entire HRMO team, I extend my congratulations to our colleagues for hurdling the many challenges of 2023. And with every high and low, one thing remains clear: our human resources, each of you, is our most valuable asset. We look forward to achieving more in the coming year, 2024. We wish you and your families a meaningful holiday season. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Assistant Secretary Montero. And that concludes our program this evening here inside the BAM. At this juncture, may we now request everyone to kindly exit the venue and proceed to the DFA driveway for our lighting ceremony. Thank you and good evening.